Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are right now. So, today, guys, we will discuss some informations related instrumentations and materials. How uh, the requirements of the offshore materials, that's very crucial and important things that we need to know, and also some informations about the instrument tubings as well. So we'll start now, guys. Okay, so I will give you now kinds of stainless steel. So what are the kinds of stainless steel that we are using in oil and gas industry? So if you know, good for you. At those uh, what watching this video that they don't know what are those kinds of materials for the stainless steel. So we have one, Inconel 625. So Inconel 625, that we need to use, what we are using as always, that's for our impulse line tubing. So some of the instrumentations are of course that you already familiar about what I am talking right now. So that is Inconel 625 that we are using for our impulse line tubing. So number two, that is 904L. So 904L, that's what we usually using for our hydraulic. So we're using this 904L if you're using hydraulic. Okay, so number three, usually bolts and some other materials that required to use it. So 316L, that is stainless steel, SS 316L. Okay, so some they're using 316, but we're using also 316L. But particularly it's good if we are using 316L, that is equivalent A48. If you see the bolt, the head of the bolt, you can see the head of the bolt, there is number, some numbers, you can say A2, A42, whatever A. If you found A48, meaning that bolt is 316L. Alright, so now let's proceed to instrument tubing. What are the kinds of instrument tubing? So when you go in the platforms at the refinery or any instrumentations, you can see some of the tubings for the instrument, right? Transmitter and process line. There is a tubing like a small half inch, okay, and any tubing that you can found, that is part of the instrumentations. And then this is what we are discussing right now. So Inconel 625, that is what I'm telling to you, that is an impulse line for the tubing via diaphragm to instrument transmitter. So we have process line, and then we are installing Inconel 625. Then we have diaphragm plunge, okay, and then it's connected to our transmitter. So if you don't know this, you can search what is this Inconel 625 and connection by diaphragm connections of instrument, because in the instrument we have the like in this area. So this is like a plunge, okay, and then this is the diaphragm. Okay, this is what I'm talking. Okay, so via diaphragm connection of instrument through to transmitter. So basically we have two lines, in and out. Okay, in and then return, in, return. Okay, so two lines. And number two, if you are not using this in your activities, in your work, in your site, that I recall this way back 5 years, I think 7 years now. So we're using the capillary tubing. So capillary tubing, that is silicone filled liquid with remote seal. So you can check that one. What is the capillary tubing? The capillary tubing, we have the flange. Okay, this is the flange. Circle, of course, circle. And then we have this one, same like this, pen, black color, and then it's connected to our connections to our line, okay, to the process line, etc. So from the transmitter to the process line, so that's what we call capillary tubing. So capillary tubing, that is silicone filled liquid with remote cell. Okay, so that's our in capillary tubing. Okay, so there's a line. Lines depends to the service of requirements. So of course we have a lot of process line, no? Process line, either hydrocarbon, either water line. So it depends, okay, how we are using, how it depends on the engineering as well and the project. And then we have a partial discharge. Partial discharge, we have high and low. You can determine the high and low. So high and low, you can determine that one. Like especially the pressure differential transmitter, PDT, that is pressure differential transmitter, is basically we can identify high and low. In our manifold, it's mentioned there, high and low. So basically, if this is our process, this is our process, so this is our high and this is our low, and then in the center maybe they have a flange. Okay, so in continuation, so this is high and then it's going there, it is low. So that is so basically, what is the partial differential transmitter? Partial differential transmitter, guys, that's we are utilizing for the any isolations. Okay, that's in oil and gas industry commonly used, that we are using 5 bulb manifolds. So that is a common using in our oil and gas industry. Only few, maybe nowadays they are not using 3 bulb manifolds in our process. Okay, so we are now using 5 bulb manifolds. Why? For the safety and maintenance purposes. Okay, so additional extra or additional isolation bulbs for the maintenance purposes. So you know, the gas application is very critical and very high pressure, so we cannot allow any mistake of those mistaken through our bulbs. Okay, so that is toxic and hazardous location, so we need to be very careful what we are using, the materials, and what kind of devices that we are using in the oil and gas industry. So that's the way, guys, how it works, kinds of materials, okay, stainless steel, and kinds of tubing that we are using for the instrumentation purposes, and also the bolt, right? So hopefully this will give you an information and some ideas as well for the new in the industry of oil and gas. See you, bye bye.